Hello, Nee.
Hello,
How are you today?
today I'm fine.
How was your school?
What? How about you?
I'm good. It's Monday today. I'm quite busy in school because it's Monday, but I have already overcome it, and now my first class canceled, so I can rest a bit. So you are my first student for tonight. How about you?
Oh,
How about you? How was your school?
today I'm learning chemistry, math, and English.
Oh wow, those were tough subjects, right?
Yes.
So how do you learn English in school?
Mm, in school, I learn grammar, vocabulary, reading. But in school, I don't in school I don't have time for speaking.
Oh, I see. So it's more of reading and writing, just like that.
Yes.
Do you have an English do you is your English teacher a native English speaker?
Mm, yes.
Oh, okay. So she can speak English, but is she a Vietnamese or a foreigner?
She is Vietnamese.
Oh, I see. So she is a Vietnamese who can speak English, right?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So I cannot remember where we end last time. So correct me if I'm wrong.
Um,
Did
we are going to 9B. I've been afraid of it.
Okay, I knew it. All right. I've been afraid of it for years. Okay. So before we start this lesson, I would like to ask you could you please tell me at least two things that you are very scared of?
Two things I'm very scared is
Are
I'm
are
I'm I'm scared of is I'm scared cockroach and I'm scared playing badminton
Oh, why? Why are you scared of playing badminton?
because I can't play badminton well.
Oh, I see. Okay. But do you usually play badminton in school? Is this part of your
Um,
learnings?
yes, it's in
Um,
my learning.
okay. So it's part of your learning. So this is included in your PE curriculum, right?
Yes.
Oh, I see. So how bad are you? I mean, how do you score? How much do you score every time you play badminton? Do you get zero or
Mm,
sometimes you get scores?
yes, sometimes I get phone.
So I think you're not really bad, right? So you can still get a score and you can still, hit the balls. So there. I think you just
Yes,
need I just need to have more practice, right?
yes,
Okay. All right. Okay. So the reason why I'm asking you those questions is because tonight, as you have mentioned, or as the title of this lesson mentioned, I've been afraid of it for years. So let's start with our vocabulary. Okay. So our vocabulary
okay.
includes phobias and words related to fear. Do you know what does a phobia means? Phobia.
Phobia is mean um it's mean it's mean a thing we scare.
Yes, exactly. Something that you are very scared of, right? You cannot live with it. Like you have mentioned a while ago, you're scared of cockroach. So it seems like every time you see a cockroach, you're screaming, "Wow! Cockroach!" Like that. Right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, when I was a child, just to share, when I was a child, I have a phobia of dogs. I think I mentioned this already to you when I was in grade 3. a dog bite me on the leg because the dog thought I'm gonna get her babies because she just gave birth there. So to protect her, so the mother dog is protecting her babies. So the babies are underneath the stairs of my auntie's house. So I was about to climb the stairs when the dog saw me. Maybe the dog said, "Oh, you're a stranger and you might get my babies." He bite me on the leg. Wow, that was so painful. I incur 5 stitches. So the bite was big as this. So it only means she was very, very mad at me. Yes, 5 inches. 5 stitches like this big. So there. So from that then, so since I grew up, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5 until now, I'm still scared, or I have a phobia with dogs. That's why we do not take care of animals at home. So there.
Oh my god.
Yes, I was so scared then, way back. So imagine 5 stitches. I was crying. Okay. So the dog is really mad at me that time. Okay. So now, let's take a look at the picture. So how many things can you see that some people have a phobia of? Look at the picture.
Mm. I see spider.
Mm-hmm.
I see a spider.
Yeah.
A conversation. And
Mm-hmm.
mm, and
Yeah, you can see. And also, I can see a number. Do you know what number is that?
13.
Yeah, maybe some people are scared or have a phobia of number 13. I can see airplane. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe some people are afraid of flying, right? I can see bats. Do you see it? Right?
Yes.
So some people may be scared of bats. I can see also, what's this? A lift, right? Maybe some people are scared of being inside a closed space, right? So that's why they are scared of lift. Do you see the lift?
Yes, I see.
Yeah, I remember my nephew. So when he was 2 or 3 years old, we went to the mall, and then during that time, the mall is about to close. So they are putting down the, they're putting down the big doors like that, and it makes a cranky sound,
Yeah.
like krrr, krrr. And I was like, "Ah!" So only for us to find out that he's very scared of being in a closed space. So there, he doesn't want to be inside the room with a closed door. And even up to now, when he is taking a bath, he's already 8 years old. He is not really locking the door inside the bathroom. There should be a small opening. So because he's scared if the place is very, very close. So there. Okay, he has a phobia on that. Okay, all right. So I was mentioning a while ago that I had the phobia of dog, and I found out that phobia of dog is called cynophobia. Cynophobia.
Cynophobia.
Yeah, and you said you are scared or have a phobia of cockroach, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that is called katsaridaphobia. Katsaridaphobia. There.
Phobia.
Yeah, phobia of cockroach. All right. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So there. So let's look at letter B, 1B vocabulary. So look at the names of 5 phobias and let's match them to the explanations A, B, C, D, and E. You see them? Nee, do you see them? Okay, what do we mean by acrophobia? Fear of what? Nee?
Hello.
Alright, so what do we mean by acrophobia?
Acrophobia is D.
D. People who suffer from this phobia are scared of heights. Yes, very good. Can we read it? Let's read. People
People who suffer from this phobia are scared of height, and they get
heights.
very nervous if they have to go up high. For example, up a
Ski.
sky lift,
Ski.
lift, or if they are on the balcony on the 20th floor.
Okay, can we say this again? Heights. Heights. Okay, very good. Alright, so let's continue.
Heights.
That's, yeah, very good. That's correct. Agoraphobia. What do we mean by that?
B. This phobia can have a severe effect on sufferers' lives. These people are frightened of being in open public space like shops and busy streets. They often feel panic when they go out and only feel safe at home.
Yes, very good. So what do we mean by glossophobia? Glossophobia.
Claustrophobia is mean it's mean it's mean
Mm-hmm. Glossophobia.
it means C.
Oh, I think that's letter E. People who suffer from fear of public speaking. Glossophobia.
Claustrophobia.
Yeah, glossophobia comes from the Greek word meaning tongue. Tongue. And phobos means fear. So, public speaking. Tongue. So, glosso is a Greek word that means tongue. And then, phobia, of course, means fear. So, public speaking. Okay, so that is E. They get very nervous if they have to speak in front of other people, and also, for example, work on a class or at a conference. The actor Harrison Ford has been afraid of public speaking all of his life. He even gets nervous when a character in a film he is making has to make a speech. Okay? And then now
Okay.
let's go to claustrophobia. Excuse me.
Claustrophobia is with C.
Mm-hmm. All right.
People
So
live people
yes.
live with this phobia are afraid of being in closed space like lift or traveling on the underground. This phobia can make life very difficult for people who live and work in city.
Yes, that's like my nephew, right? So he's very scared of being in a closed spaces. Claustrophobia. Okay, how about arachnophobia?
Arachnophobia with is with A. People with this phobia are terrified of spiders. Rupert Green, the actor who played Ron Weasley in the Harry Potter films, has this phobia, and so does his character Ron.
Yeah, you know Rupert Green, right? The friend of Harry Potter, the boyfriend.
Yes, I
You
know
remember
Harry
him?
Potter film.
Yes, exactly. So he has two friends, right? The other one is a girl, and then the other one is a boy, and that's Rupert Green. And in that movie, Ron Weasley, right, in the Harry Potter film, who is portrayed by Rupert Green, he is also scared. Remember when there was a scene they have big spiders, right? So they were fighting among big spiders. So Rupert Green or Ron Weasley was
Yes.
so scared during the shooting of that film. So there. Are you scared of spiders?
I'm scared of big spider.
Ah, yeah, me also. I don't like spiders actually. Okay, I don't like their texture, right? So there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to vocabulary C. Read the explanation again and find in the text. So what do we mean? The noun made from the adjective afraid.
Mm, this is afraid of.
Afraid of. What about one adjective which means very afraid?
Um, the adjective very afraid is panic.
Alright, so the noun made from the adjective afraid is called phobia. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, and then the number two, you said very afraid. What is the word? Terrified? Did you say terrified?
Terrified.
Yeah, it also means afraid. What else?
Afraid. Frightened.
Yeah, frightened. Okay. Two synonyms for afraid aside from the words that we mentioned. That starts with S.
With S.
Yeah, ends with R.
Mm,
Or a word that starts with F, E.
Fe. Suffer.
Suffer, yes. And then another word, Fe. What's another two word? Four-letter word, Fe.
Fe. Fear.
Yes, exactly. All right. Got it?
Oh, okay.
Alright, okay, now, since we still have more time, why don't we go ahead and listen to 3 people talking about their phobias? And we are going to answer 1, 2, 3 questions. What is he or she afraid of? When did it start? And how does it affect his or her life? Okay?
Okay.
Alright, that's 4.20. Let me go ahead and play the audio. Okay, just a second. Alright, I'm playing it now. Listen.
4.20. 1.
Do you have any phobias?
Yes. I'm terrified of bats.
Really? How long have you had the phobia?
I've had it for about 40 years. Since I was 12 years old. At my school, we had a swimming pool, and the changing rooms were in an old building near the pool. On the first day at school, our teacher told us that there were bats in there, and that we shouldn't move around too much, as they might start flying around and, well, get into our hair. She also said we mustn't turn the lights on, because this would wake up the bats. We had to change as quickly and quietly as possible.
Did a bat ever fly into your hair?
No, nothing ever happened. But I was terrified just at the thought of it.
Does it affect your life at all?
Yes. I often feel very nervous or start to panic if I'm outside when it's beginning to get dark, which is when bats appear. If I'm sitting in my garden in the evening,
Honey!
Hello.
Alright, so were you able to listen?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with her first. Okay, so let's start the question because we are running out of time. So what is she afraid of?
I can't hear you because at that time I can see you and I can't hear.
Oh, I see. Okay, alright, let me play it again. Let me just play it again. Okay.
4.20. 1.
Do you have any phobias?
yes. I'm terrified of bats.
Really? How long have you had the phobia?
I've had it for about 40 years. Since I was 12 years old. At my school, we had a swimming pool, and the changing rooms were in an old building near the pool. On the first day at school, our teacher told us that there were bats in there, and that we shouldn't move around too much, as they might start flying around and, well, get into our hair. She also said we mustn't turn the lights on, because this would wake up the bats. We had to change as quickly and quietly as possible.
Did a bat ever fly into your hair?
No, nothing ever happened. But I was terrified just at the thought of it.
Does it affect your life at all?
Yes. I often feel very nervous or start to panic if I...
Honey, what happened?
Hello.
Oh, we get disconnected,
I
right?
don't know.
I see. Okay, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. Anyway, we can still continue this, alright? So for tonight, we talk about and we learn about phobias, correct? And the words related to it, like fear We also learned that terrified is also the same word as phobia or synonymous to phobia, right? We also afraid is also synonymous to phobia, right? And we learned also different type of phobias like acrophobia, agoraphobia, glossophobia, claustrophobia, and arachnophobia, right? Okay, so tomorrow we will continue studying about phobias by listening or starting by listening to our audio 4.20. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so do you have any questions before we end our lesson? Do you have any question, Nee?